Hello everybody, and welcome back to episode 17 of Disgaea 5 Complete LP. In the off time, I have been working through some stuff. I got Zeroken up to level 91, and I did it because Usalia essentially has some of the best AoE moves, which make it really easy to level people in the item world. I didn't give anyone anything. I have been working the Sophia's Mirror, so now it's at level 75. So I could easily make Killia a lot better, but I've also been just using this item as like a grinding item along with innocent item. So I put like all the gladiators and stuff, and I've just been trying to subdue them in the item world. I should probably take the item off item enhancement now to do that, because as of right now, I guess I'll just put it on Justice Blade or whatever. I got like some of the dietitian ones. I have 178 gladiators, so what that does is it boosts the attack by 178. I don't plan on. I'm actually waiting for one thing to unlock, and then I'll probably start getting into the innocent game a little bit better. But as of right now, I don't see any worth in it. So let's do the events, because there are quite a few of them, or at least one really big one. Probably one really big one. But this event is probably just going to be everyone grilling Zeroken on all his claims, because face 10 billion lost soldiers at like level 20. I mean, go for it. I'm sure there are a lot of weak ones in the army. Because that is always like an interesting thing in games, because it's it's always a very game mechanic, where the further you go in the story or whatnot, everyone always gets stronger, because they want to keep the difficulty level like at a decent, like normal progression. But what about, like, why are there not weak people later? Because it's what I consider like the Pokemon, like the Pokemon game mechanic, where you start in the beginning town, and all the Pokemon around there are like level 5, like around the beginning level where you get your starter. And it's like, okay, like that makes sense, like whatever. And as you progress further, they get naturally stronger, usually up to like level 40, until you get to like the legendaries. But not all Pokemon trainers start in that main town. And they don't all start with a starter Pokemon. Which means, one, you're pretty special because you're getting a rare Pokemon, essentially, because the starters are apparently rare. But you can also presume that these other trainers are, like, their first battles are against, like, level 25, 30 level Pokemon. Which is very odd to me, because it's like, you are, of course, supposed to be like the best trainer, because you're somehow just better. Like, you just have the brain for it as a 10-year-old. But it's just really interesting, because you think, like, what about these trainers that I'm fighting, and they're just complete scrublords that only have like 2 Pokemon, but they're both like level 30. Like, why would, like, just why? Like, why don't you have a full party when presumably you're older than me most of the time? But then there are also the questions of there are always the child characters, like the child trainers that you can fight, and they're always younger than you. But the canon is that like you're 10 or whatever, and that's the age you're allowed to be. So are those kids like breaking the rules? But as of right now, in the conversation, they're just as I said, they were grilling Zeroken, trying to call him on his bluffs type thing, or being like, "Oh, is it like really true?" And he's getting really scared because everyone's like, "Oh yeah, we can totally rely on him. Like he'll take care of everything." Then I did. The curry is still cooking. The max days, I believe, is 100, so I'm going to wait until this is 100 days aged, to use it. Let's do the next conversation. Because the way curry works is you age it and then you get it for that many days. And while you're using it, you want to be cooking another one. So you can just have 100-day cycles of curry cooking, but also you're using the curry. And this one's just Seraphina ripping into Zeroken. She's being so mean to him. It is interesting to think, like in canon games, like, they don't recognize stats and whatnot. But there are characters in canon that you would be like, oh yeah, this person is stronger than this one and would win in a fight. And I would think that Zeroken would actually be stronger than Seraphina, because Seraphina canonically only uses, like, guns. Although she can use, like, her like demon skills to enrapture men. But then it also puts me at the point where it's just like, well, where does Usalia fit into all this? Because she's not presented as a strong character. She's presented as a child that can become strong when she does not eat curry. It makes me wonder, like, God, I'm having way too many silences. Sorry to say, but it's clear like you're mugging someone. But yeah, she's trying to sort of extort money out of Zeroken because he's staying here, like trying to get rent. Yeah, so rules. Keep the change. And yeah, he probably doesn't have all that money. Half of his life savings, isn't that? It is enough for the child's rate. I think it's really cheap. This is 5 billion. My entire, I'll give you my entire life savings. Yeah, just fully extorted money right out of Zeroken because he's not the smartest. And this is one thing that I saw online / confirmed, where it's she's the fashion manager, and while I was organizing the class, I found a bunny suit. What should I do with it? Want Seraphina to wear it? Yeah, let's ask her to wear it. And then calls me naughty. So now her suit is now changed into a bunny dress, and I don't know if it changes this. It looks like it does to some degree, because now it looks like she has the headband on. There's no way to... I just like it because it makes her sort of look like Usalia a little bit. But I do find it interesting that they did change the art, like the person art for it, because they usually they don't do that very often. But what I'm really wondering is if this, because the color palette swaps, those don't stay in cutscene. That's because then they would have to change all the character art, like even the big sprites. But I'm wondering if this stays. Probably won't, but it's still a question. So I'm going to quickly save. Yeah, he's Kilia's level 122, and there are a few people with moves that I'll show. Like Zeroken has the Hellfire shot now, and it made me watch it all, but only because it's slightly different. He doesn't punch the fire, he kicks it. So it's slightly different. Oh shit, I didn't turn off Japanese voices. You know, now that we have the main cast, let's go through this one cutscene with the Japanese voices on, and then I'll turn it right to English once we start, just so you can hear them.
じゃあゼロケン君変わってねえしゴルディオンの意志を継いで戦っているって言っていましたよねどういうことか教えてくれませんか
ゴルディオンってあの大魔剣ゴルディオンですかぴょあ
あそうさ
大魔剣ゴルディオンといえば 全魔界の男が憧れる大英雄。意志を継ぐとかなんとか言って、どうせお前が勝手に憧れてるだけなんだろ。違う。
おいらは本気でゴルディオンの意志を継ぐものなんだ。
何ムキになってんだよ。
お前ゴルディオンとどういう関係がある？
お前に言うつもりはねえよ。ゴルディオンの技を盗んだお前にだけはな。危ねえな。何しやがれ。
私のキリア様を盗っ人呼ばわりするのは許さないと警告したはずですわよ。
今の銃声は何だ。ロストか。
邪魔が入ったか。おいお前、今に化けの皮を剥いでやるからな。覚悟しておきやがれ。
Okay, so that was the cutscene with the Japanese voices. I'll try not to ever do that again, because I didn't want to skip through like the people. I wanted them to finish their lines, but you know, you don't know what they're saying. I don't know what they're saying. I can only go off of the translation. Which, okay, so now we get to the first map that introduces these geosquares. These are no entry ones, where this entire color, yellow, I can't go into it. I just can't. It is actually impossible to do so. And what really sucks is it's really tempting you to be like, oh, okay, I will destroy this, which will have this change to red, which means I still can't do any of this, and I won't be able to go into here. And then I'll have to hit this one to get rid of it. But both of these are no entries, and they're both no reds, or they're both changed to reds. So it actually kind of sucks, because I'm going to have to essentially shoot someone down here and just pick it up.
Let's go.
No, I did not want to pick up the lantern.
Let's go.
Because now I can go through it, because I wasn't dumb enough to just decide, oh, you know, I'm just going to go and try and throw it. And it did not seem like her bunny costume stayed in cutscene.
I'm strong.
He's strong. But yeah, the first new move he has is this Rising Gale kick, but he has the Hellfire shot like the other ones. And I put it down to 0 stars because some of these maps are just long. Like that's what they are. They're just long. In fact, I really don't even need to be sending that many people over, because now that I got rid of the yellow no entry, and I'm sending people up this way, and I can get rid of the blue one, I'll be able to put people up here, because I just need to kill everyone. It's not that very much important. Just toss him over there, and end turn.
Hey, Christo, what do you plan to do in order to turn the warriors of Dragonfang into our allies?
I would like them to join us, but it doesn't seem like they're going to listen.
Don't you think this is the time for the tactician of the rebel army to show off his skills?
I'm the tactician. Stop joking around, Killia.
You don't need words. If they don't understand what you're saying, then you have to talk with your fists.
That was surprisingly nice for something Zero said. Zero's right. The Netherworlds are all about power. Let's force them to understand us.
You can't call that negotiating.
Sir Killia, what are you planning to do?
Whether they join us or not, Dragonfang is going to be destroyed. I don't want to see any more people suffer because of Void Dark. I have to stop that, no matter what.
See, I actually find that the logic that Red Magnus uses kind of interesting, because it, like, with that logic, I would think, because essentially what the Lost are doing in most worlds, they're going in using their power to force everyone, and it's like, well, why does Red Magnus, the one who always says it, like says that exact thing, why does he disagree with what they're doing? I don't remember. Yeah, I think I showed the Peta Beam, but I'm going to do that. Did you get a new move, Killia? I don't believe you did, because we've seen those. Yeah, so I'm going to do Rising Gale Kick. And she got no new ones as well. And I did find out something interesting. It's, I believe the, because now she has 2 Magic Change moves, both of which I've used in the item world and haven't shown off, because I don't use Magic Change very often. But I believe that at certain levels you'll actually, every monster character will have at least 2, maybe even 3, unless it's only the story monster character. Okay, so let's just do that. The Rising Gale Kick, I think, is pretty cool. Of course, I haven't seen it before, but I just remember it kind of type thing.
Dance of the bristlegrass.
Because any move where like the person multiplies themselves and then just does stuff, especially in like an off cutscene type one, I just always kind of really like. Always kind of really like. That's English for you. Okay, so that's that. Like, I don't even, like, he's at level 122, she's at 90. Okay, so I'm gonna have him throw. Not that really matters, because these people are level like 20, and even with their 50% boost, they're not doing like any damage. Just straight out, they're not going to be damaging me at all. If they hit me, they're doing 0. Like, the fact that Christo's able to one-shot him means a lot, because Christo is by and far probably one of the weakest characters out of the main cast on my team.
Worship me.
And that's just from the way that I've chosen to level, because he's, like, I'm not, like, Christo's not bad. Like, if it makes it sound like I'm saying that, I don't mean to. It's just, bow skills tend not to be super strong. Like, they're usually on the weaker side because they're ranged. So it takes quite a bit of, like, grinding to do it. Yeah, and Killia is just in the capture squad because, you know, there's no other thing going on right now. So I figured, hey, in the Item World, might as well try and capture some level 100 people. And I did find out, / remember, because once I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, that was a mechanic. Something interesting about the interrogation system and why it's useful. So when you capture someone, you can use them in the squad. But when you interrogate them completely, like deplete all their SP, so now you can like recruit them and whatnot. What happens is when you then put that person in the squad, their name is sort of like gray / blacked out, and that person now is that person now gives like double or triple the level experience towards the squad that they would normally. So it's actually very useful to interrogate people. Like, just do it, try it before anything, because you can interrogate a person 5 times simply after a battle. So what I did / will do is after I get a bunch of like prisoners or whatnot from the item world, I'll interrogate them the 5 times. See, usually now, because I've upgraded the interrogation squad, I'll get them almost completely down, which is really good. But then after, I'll just go do like the first level with the printies, and then interrogate again.
How about that? The impact of my skill. Stillness and movement. Slow and rapid. Flexibility and rigidity. Syncing these opposites boosts its power 200 times.
200 times? That's incredible, Blip!
200 times is obviously a lie, but he seems to be skilled. He would make a worthy addition to the rebel army.
Don't make me repeat myself. I'm a lone wolf. I'm just helping you guys since we have the same objective. I'm not joining your army. Well, I understand why you'd want the heir of the ultimate demon technique to join the rebel army.
The heir of the ultimate demon technique?
The ultimate demon technique is only used by Goldion, the great demon fist. He is the only one who can pass it down.
Oops. I've said too much.
Hashtag humble brag.
Hey, Zero. Something about what you're saying is bothering Red Magnus. Tell us more about it.
Goldion, the great demon fist, is known for not taking any apprentices, Blip. If Zeroken is his heir, then that's a pretty big deal, Blip.
The heir of Goldion's will, huh? This is getting interesting. Shut up. Stay out of this. This isn't a coincidence. It's inevitable. The day you fully unleash me isn't too far away. It's not a coincidence. It's inevitable. Is that true, Lise?
So another demo after, but I want to... okay, cool. So now, because I've been doing a lot of just levels in the item world, I've also been doing a lot of research, because it makes it go a lot faster. Because I did level up my people through the level squad. So now I've done all these, and by... this is another thing. When you're exploring a certain... overworld, at points you'll get like these ones where you get boss and you have to defeat the overlord of the world. Unfortunately, sometimes they're weak, sometimes they're strong based on the squad level necessary, so everything here is going to be like level 4. But it should be really quick to take them down, and because of that, like, yeah, level 3 is not...
Let's go!
It's not actually going to be challenging at all under any circumstance. So now it's more of just a how fast can I get rid of these people, because they are rather annoying to just have to deal with for the squad to finish their research and whatnot. So let's see how the map looks after. It's really nice when you see like, oh, the opponent parried, but like they're so weak / I'm so strong that it doesn't even matter. And I put a gun on Zeroken because that's one of his B tier weapons, but it doesn't, like, it gives him more range because he's primarily a fist character. So if I'm going to normal attack with him, I want to at least let him get some range. Like with Red Magnus, he at least has 2 range due to the spear, and now I got the whatnot. But in the aftermath of defeating the Overlord, the Netherworld shattered, so I just destroyed it, so I can't go back. but because I'm using such higher level people, I believe, and because I've upgraded the research squad, it only took 2 days to essentially do everything. So now I have all these really low level items, but all these and these really low level people. But I have all these 100%s, and unfortunately, there aren't really. I don't have any new netherworlds I can explore right now. So I'm going to go show the interrogation that I was talking about. So interrogate, I usually just spam special because it does decent. Yeah. But what I do is I usually just try and spam one. So let's hit them. And okay, so now everyone is fully put down, which is nice. So we can go into squad, organize, and then Y, and you can see that they're all grayed out. But let's try and find a good example. So channeling squad, this isn't bad. So I would normally put 25 in. So I would normally do 25, but it brought it down from 310 to 235 with a level 25 person. So as you can see, it's like it drastically improves the experience rate, which is really nice. And I was just trying to find like the lowest level people to get to this to get to the next one. So I don't really do relief party and supply depot because most of my people are always out. So 1% HP recovery and SP recovery and stuff, not that important. Supply depot, I don't really use items. Giant killer, this isn't bad, but I don't really have any people that would want giant and outside of other squads. This one isn't bad because it would just be useful to be able to death blow innocents. Of course, I believe you'd have to be in the hunter team to do it. But there are other ones like this one. This is useful, so I'm going to try and get this one relatively fast. Because I prefer to use the lowest level people first. Okay, so now increases attendance by 20%, which is good. That's actually really good. Research unit, I can do this one. So squad limit, I can have 2 more people in squads, I believe now. Yeah, and as you can see, it says gained an interrogation bonus on the left. And I'm just going to pump into capture squad to get the final one, where it gives a range of 9 in, I believe, a square in front of you. Yes, I believe it's a square in front of you, which is really nice because now it gives it would give the move some range, which it desperately does not have. Because level 1, it's the 1 square in front of you. Level 2, it's the horizontal 3 in front of you, which isn't bad. It lets you capture more people at once, but it's still like really close proximity. And I did go into the character world, and I didn't boost Killy up again, but I gave Seraphina 1 more movement. I haven't really done anything else. Just figured I would put that forward. Because now the movement curry is not in effect. So, relaxation shrine.
Hey, Zeroken! How do you know the great demon fist Goldion flip?
You guys don't know when to give up. I don't plan on telling you guys.
Don't say that. You can tell me, Flip. You are his apprentice, right?
I'm overflowing with fighting spirit and battle techniques. I guess I can't hide it much longer. Yeah, I'm the one and only apprentice of Goldion, the great demon fist, and heir of the ultimate demon technique. What is it, Killia? Do you doubt me? You, who stole the ultimate demon technique, have no right to look at me like that! Idiot! What kind of person shoots their own ally?
Oh, pardon me. My gun suddenly went off on its own.
Don't lie! You were so aiming for me!
Kilia, a while back you said it's not that big a deal, right?
Yeah, it isn't. I mean, even a kid could learn it.
Who are you calling a kid? Don't underestimate the ultimate demon technique! All right! Good timing! I'll prove to you right now that I am the heir of the ultimate demon technique!
Yeah, this Disgaea 5 really likes to put a lot of emphasis on like techniques and shit, whereas in past games the most you would get is like people flying in on a meteor because that's a skill they have,
My servants.
and it like wreaking havoc, which is essentially only Disgaea 2. Oh darn! Unfortunately, I do not. Oh, I am just out of range. Oh well. And I do have a nice ability on Zeroken where it's if I attack and then move, I actually get a movement +2 boost. Of course, it's not too useful as of right now, simply due to there not being anyone around to use it on. So, as you can see as the level moves, this one's at 16 because I've just been using it so much in the item world. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to boost these guys' movements because 4, of course, he doesn't have any shoes equipped. So I may actually put shoes on him instead of a victory muscle or the Imperial Seal. I'm not sure which yet because Red Magnus has a lot of health anyway. He has natural 10,000, so I'm just going to take this off right now. And I'm going to put shoes on him because he doesn't move nearly as far as I need him to. It's a little less important for... Oh, shit. I was just going through people out. It's a little less important than, like, Christo. Because Christo has range, he uses a bow and magic. Of course, it's all healing magic, but it's still not, like, enough for Red Magnus to be feasible. And that's always the sad part to me, because I always like the big, heavy characters. But that's mostly in, like, other games where movement isn't super, like, big. But in a game like this, where you can have maps that are massive, you need to be able to move around. And big, heavy characters aren't really defined. It's just people who are better with axes. So they're big and heavy, but that also means they don't have a lot of movement. Okay, come on.
It's my turn.
Now!
So I'm guessing that was the magic change skill of Fox.
All men are my servants.
Okay, so let's go up here, attack that, go over there. Yeah, I'm gonna try and I'm trying to keep all of her moves about the same in terms of level. Oh, what? Damn, that sucks. Oh well, doesn't. I like how it's like, oh yeah, you can't hit him from that point, but like, because you're not close enough or the angle is too steep, but you can totally shoot a gun at him. Let's just do that. Talia. Unfortunately, Kilia also doesn't have very much range, but he sort of makes up for it in skills and because he's just strong. He is so strong that even though he doesn't have range, he can still tank hits. Like, it's no one's business. It doesn't matter. Okay. There's a Gale Kick. Just easily taking people out because we're in bum rush mode. We're at 0 stars and we have like nearly level 100 people. So after this map, I may put it up to like 1 or 2 stars. But I'm just trying to get through these levels because later in the game it's just like it's really intense. it's really cool. Because everything just... This Disgaea games are really good at scale. Like, they'll go in with like, okay, cool, like now we're doing this awesome thing that raises the scale super hard. Like, oh yeah, like you didn't think we were going to like fight in space or something? Let's do that.
Baylor gaze.
Baylor gaze. And then I'll just come over here, and I want to do that. I guess that works fine. Let's make you big. Do super damage lord in this mode is a lot better, because normally it's just a cross in front of him. But in this mode, it's a full massive square. So, let's do that. See, I kind of wish he was even bigger now. Like, I wish he got to like galactic scale. Not he still because it would just be cool. Oh yeah, like the moves become unique because he's in his overload state. But, of course, I realized that would be asking a little too much. So, let's... Ooh, Battle Orchestra. There. Because I don't want to kill the ninjas, because they're not going to attack me this turn. Even though they're in a really good... conglomeration. But it's really funny because all the charm people, they don't associate. They'll still attack each other even though they're all charmed, which I find funny. But they won't attack your team. Yeah, I'll just do that. This... I haven't been using my bow very much, so I'm going to use a bow skill.
How about it?
Okay, so he learned Tri-Burst because of gun. Because when you use a special skill, you get XP just based on whatever weapon's equipped, because that's the one that's sort of deciding your damage. Oh, and in his overload state, he gets 100% counter, which is actually very nice. I wonder where yeah, the natural counter rate is like 10%. Of course, you can increase that by going to the Kara world, but yeah. So finish that map. Now we get to do the demo again, because I really like the demos. They're just nice looking. It's nice seeing like all the sprites move around and shit.
How's that? Skills as elegant as a beautiful dance, yet massively powerful and destructive. A shine that can only be seen from a skill without any wasted movements, accompanied by a gleaming, fiery aura and pathos. A unique skill that combines force and beauty into one. This is the proof of the ultimate demon technique.
Wow! How cool, Blip!
Now do you understand? I am the apprentice of the great demon fist, Goldion.
Do you think that proves anything to us? Stop being childish. The only impressive thing about you is your ability to lie.
You're strong enough to fool Lil Usa, but you can't pull the wool over Red Magnus's eyes.
Just so you know, your magic potential is the lowest out of all of us. Are you truly an Overlord?
Fuck you, Christo. You're weak.
That can't be! I am a legitimate Overlord! I am the apprentice of Goldion, the great demon fist!
See, with that little mix-up at the beginning where I had it in Japanese, the Japanese dub, I was kind of like, oh man, it's really nice hearing all these people just like going through their lines super clearly and like with a lot of ease. Because one of the things that kind of gets me about, I figure I'll do another Overlord. One of the things that gets me about a lot of English dubs is how choppy some of the lines come out. It's just like, I don't blame you because it's not like this is all like Japanese first, like the sentence structure and whatnot. So some of it is going to sound a little like, but then it's just, like everything Zeroken says, it's not bad. I like his voice and he does it well, but everything sounds really slow comparatively to others. I'm gonna kill John. Like a meteor. Yeah. Just destruction on a massive scale.
Is this okay?
Like no other. Okay. And turn. They're gonna move over.
What is it? Is this okay?
Yeah, I'm just gonna come over here and whack him on the back of the head. Zeroken, let's get you some gun. Boink.
Father, you!
Okay. So that was fine. Not anything too special, but any other new overworlds? Cool, awesome. Hollow. No, that's bring home. Past. I want new overworlds. Because there's no really, like, you can research your own, like, the ones you've already completed, but it's not, like, the best thing to do. It doesn't, see, like, Dark Illuminati, I'm pretty sure, like, I'm wondering if that, because it's saying a new one, but I wonder if I have to check to Surprising Gourmet. Like, it doesn't open it up until it's all done, and I bring them back, which kind of sucks. So I'm going to quickly interrogate some people and do the conversation that is queued up. Okay, so they're all taken care of. And go to the hospital and heal. Like, I'm healing them only because I want to have full SP. Like, I don't give, like, they're not damaging me. I could do more to the interrogation squad, because I believe the more people you have in the interrogation squad, the better, like, you do it. Like, you just do more damage to them. Otherwise, it would be a leader-only type thing. So I may actually, pick up 2 of the DLC characters because they don't have scenarios, or I may just make some generics. Because I usually don't make generics. That's the thing. Because I find that their moves just aren't really entertaining, or some of them are, but they're mostly like the weapon moves that are entertaining. And if I make a generic, I would just want to make them the max, so the subclass would probably just, like, I would just wait until I fill out the subclass for Magic Knight with Killia, and then make a final tier. Or like Lady Samurai or Rabbit. Even though there are certain, like, classes that I really like the design of, or I really just like, I still just wouldn't, because generic classes, even though that's probably one of, like, the biggest draws of Disgaea, because there are just so many people that, like, just so many things you can make. It's just like, I don't feel it. I like it, but it's not something I go after inherently. So now this conversation is, as all these conversations have been, they're, because new new addition. Sorry, I just touched the mic. New addition to the team. So of course they're all grilling this new team member on like, well, what are you saying? Like, are you saying was true? And Zeroken, out of everyone, has been making like the biggest claims, because Goldion is a demon known throughout the entire Nether universe, apparently. And he's saying he's his apprentice, and everyone's just like, there's no possible way. Like, you apparently are the weakest one here, yet you're being like somewhat of the most showboaty, like other than Red Magnus. And they're trying to like call him on it. Fucking phone. I don't know people from Washington, D.C. Is he going to show us a ridiculous skill? And then you finally get Killia to be a little bit interested, because it's like, oh, show us a skill. He's like, what? The final technique? Like, why is Killia so interested in it? Because Zeroken is claiming that Killia stole the moves of Goldion. And this leaves up to interpretation. Well, not interpretation, but inference. Where it's like, did Killia really steal the moves? Is Zeroken telling the truth? Or is there other shit going on behind the scenes? And these are the chopsticks Goldion used, and this fluffy blanket even has Goldion's sweat stains. So, now he just seems like kind of a fan. But Red Magnus is super into it. He's just like a creepy fan, like, yo, these are items that the person really used, and it's sort of kind of creepy. So now Zeroken's like, oh yeah, you guys are jealous of me having these like obtainer items, and now Zeroken's kind of being creepy because he's smelling the stuff. Yeah, more like a hardcore fanboy than an apprentice. Just a creepy stalker. Man, another one popped up. Okay, so chances are after this conversation, I'll just end the episode and we'll just rip through the last part of the chapter with that. I'll pump it up to the 3 stars. That way it's a little bit more interesting. But the Dragonfang world just has really wide maps, which just makes it annoying to deal with, especially when the people are at your level. So now they're all eating curry. And Zeroken, being new to the team, has never experienced Killia's curry. So he's like, whoa, what is this amazing delicacy that I've never tasted before? But you get everyone acting sort of like in a familial way, where it's like, oh, don't spill your food. Yeah, you shouldn't waste it, because like, it's not going anywhere. Like, you don't have to rush with it. And Christo being the odd one out, being like, oh, this is so deep. Like, because everything Christo says is sort of demon related, where he's like, oh yeah, this is how a demon should act. Like, these guys aren't acting very demonic. Like, that's very undemonic. Like, I didn't know that demons could do this. And it makes you kind of think, like, you're a demon. Like, yet you don't act like demons should. Like, you're very, like, smart. You don't fight. You're very well-spoken. You don't just do things to do them, I guess. Believe it or not, Killia made the curry, inviting harmony of spices and flavors, and the boiled kraken is also delicious. And there are some ingredients where you cannot get the person, because there is no kraken enemy in this. But it's just like a fancy thing that you could imagine would be in a netherworld. Secret of cooking a kraken without losing any flavor is preparing it before boiling it. Oh, yeah, and now that it's revealed that Killia is the one who made it, Zeroken immediately turns and goes... It's like, oh no, it's totally disgusting. Shub, I'd feel bad if I didn't eat this nasty food. You should be thanking me. Damn it, give me seconds. It's disgusting, but give me even more. And Killia just doesn't care. Yeah, and Killia's finally showing some emotion because, like, the thing he's proud of is his cooking, and it was insulted. So don't insult his curry because he really likes it. But one thing I wanted to talk about but just never got around to was I really like Zeroken's headband because it sort of looks like a bear trap to me. It's just kind of cool. I'm not sure if it has to be. And I believe his class actually changed to Quick Draw Overlord. I believe at some... in the past it was some other thing. Like when I got him. I don't remember... I wonder if it's been changing and I just finally noticed. But, I am going to end the episode here. So I don't have another, like, hour long, although this is the majority of an hour long episode. So I will see you guys in episode 18. Have a nice day.